Congressman Sonsing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Go,
Saan ba?
can you enlighten this committee on your personal circumstance? Pakilala ka namin.
Mr. Chair, I'm from Davao. And I started my business early 90s.
Mr. Go, sa'yo ba itong NANS2 Agri-Traders?
Yes po.
Sa'yo rin itong Davao Solar Best Corporation?
Solar Best Corporation is a corporation, so there are 5 incorporators.
Yes.
Yung NANS2 po is a single proprietorship.
Okay. Per our records that you have submitted to the committee, NANS2 Traders was only registered on June 2022. Is that correct?
About 2017?
Why is it that our records show that you registered this to DTI in 2019?
Kasi maybe that's the only time I participated on the importation. 2019.
So, can you furnish the committee yung copy ng registration mo ng 2017?
I'm not sure 2017, but it's about 5-6 years. Yeah, I can furnish po.
Oo, kasi nakakapagtataka lang kasi, Mr. Chair, that NANS2 Agri-Traders was one of the top importers in 2019 na hindi siya na-registered sa per records ng DTI. Per DTI records, it was only on June 2, 2022 that NANS2 Traders was registered. Yun naman kasi, tinatanong ko lang. Kasi Davao Solar Best and NANS2 Agri-Traders is the number one, if you combine the total importation in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, is the number one importer in the Philippines. So, ang tanong namin, Mr. Go, magkano mo binibenta ang bigas mo sa Davao?
Like today,
Yes, Mr. Go.
it's from 35 to 39 pesos per kilo po.
O, kita
Mix na po yan, 25% and 5%.
O, kita mo, tama nga. Kasi doon sa Mindanao, ang baba ng presyo ng bigas. And to think that Mr. Stuart Go controls the Davao region. Siya yung number one supplier ng bigas. Is that correct, Mr. Go?
They are... May mga ibang importers din naman dun, sir.
May iba, pero ikaw yung pinakamalaki. I have already done my research, Mr.
Yes,
Go.
because I only sell to Davao region, sir.
Oo, that's okay. Now, preliminary info lang yan, Mr. Chair. But we'll go to the meat of the case study that I have made. In 2022 and 2023, these are only the data that was submitted to us. NANS2 and Davao Solar Best imported a total volume of rice per BOC records. In 2022, it's 348,011 metric tons. But the problem, Mr. Chair, as per BPI data, they were only issued an SPSIC or sanitary phytosanitary import clearance for only 48,852 metric tons. There is a discrepancy of 299,159 metric tons. Hindi ito nadeklara. May discrepancy. Ngayon, ang tanong ko dito, sa BOC, ano kayang problema dito? Bakit mas malaki ang reported imported volume ng dalawang korporasyon kaysa na issue na SPSIC?
Your Honor, we'll have to check on that, but it should match because the volume of importation that we gave cleared customs, and that clearance includes the corresponding SPSIC. And in fact, Your Honor, before we release it, BPI is also there and signs off on the release papers because they're the regulatory agency that implements the SPSIC. I'm checking now with our assessment group, Your Honor, on that particular discrepancy.
It's good, Mr. Chair, that Mr. Panganiban is here. You submitted records of the SP6, the sanitary phyto sanitary import clearance. We're just concentrating on two corporations, NANS 2 and Davao Solar Best. Para ito, makita lang natin kasi kung lahat himay-himayin natin to, maguguluhan tayo. So mag-focus lang tayo kasi ang purpose ng committee na ito is for policy formulation at saka recommendation sa plenary. So ito kasi nakikita ko lang dito sa dalawang korporasyon na ang laki ng discrepancy. So do you stand by your record sa Mr. Panganiban that Davao Solar Best and NANS 2 traders, we're just talking of 2022 and 2023 para hindi lang tayo maguluhan. Per your record, in let's go to 2022 lang. Per BPI data, in 2022, Davao Solar Best, the BPI issued 25 SP6 for 22,932 metric tons. But per BOC record, 142,931 metric tons was imported. So may discrepancy na 119. Isang korporasyon lang yan. Sa NANS 2, agri-traders may discrepancy again of 179,000 metric tons for 2022 lang. So pag tinotal mo itong dalawang korporasyon, meron 299,159 metric tons na discrepancy. Ano kaya sa tingin mo, Mr. Panganiban, Director Panganiban, ang rason kung bakit may discrepancy ang customs figures against sa issued na SP6 nyo?
Mr. Chair. Thank you po, sir, for that inquiry. Sir, tama po, medyo yung sa amin lang, in 2022 ay 23 po yung naka-record dito. Although, we can check. Sir, ang ano lang po natin is yung time. Ano? Kasi before, sir, at ito naman po inabanggit na before, yun nga pong automatic approval na 7 days. So, before we came in po, yung bagong administration, before nagkakaroon po ng yung sinasabing management of SPSICs, although hindi naman po yun talaga ginagawa, ang nangyayari po, na automatic approve yung pong hindi na-action na ng BPI before. So, hindi ko po alam yung time frame, pero malamang baka yun yung dahilan kung bakit may discrepancy. But during our time na po, lahat po ito ay pinaprocess at nire-review at ina-action na.
Ito kasi, ang
Sino pinalitan mo?
Dati pong director po.
So
si
hindi ikaw
George
hindi ikaw nag-issue naman.
Sa 2022 po kasi, July or August lang po ako na-appoint noon.
Ano yun?
Mr. Chair, kasi nag-glaring masyadong discrepancy. Kung sa moving lang yan, na kunwari, yung 7 days na sinasabi mo, hindi magkaroon ng discrepancy na 299,000 metric tons.
So,
Alam mo, ito pareho din ito sa onion investigation eh. Nagtuturuan kayo kung sino may mali. Pero, ang tingin ko dito, ang may problema, customs or kayo, kasi kayo kasama sa first border at saka second border inspection eh. May recycling ito. Recycling ng SPC. Kasi hindi naman pwede na ganito ang laki ng discrepancy. Ano sa tingin mo, Mr. Go? Bakit mas malaki ang volume ng importation mo per records of customs vis-a-vis sa record ng BPI?
Sir, hindi ka naman pwede mag-import, sir, kung wala kang SPSIC.
Again, Mr. Go?
Hindi ko kayo pwede mag-import kung walang SPSIC. So you need to submit all those documents when you're filing sa BOC.
The pricing
Oo nga eh.
problem sana.
Pero nagtataka ako, sa records ng dalawang korporasyon mo ito, Mr. Go, ha?
Yes, sir.
Enlighten the committee. Kasi ang records ng customs, ibangga mo sa records ng BPI, may discrepancy, napakalaki. Yun nga, kasi
I'm not aware. I'm not aware.
And I'm just pointing this out sa committee para maayos natin. Ito kasi 2022 at saka 2023, napakalaki ng discrepancy. Pero pagdating ng 2024, umayos na. Halos ano na bumaba na yung ano niya bumaba na yung importation niyo ng ng 49% ng 2024. Pero 2021 at saka 2022 napakalaki ng discrepancy. So Mr. Chair, ito ang tinitingnan ko para sa formalization natin ng ng policy natin. Sa tingin ko kailangan ayusin ito kasi ito lang, 2022 and 2023. And tingnan mo, yung top 20 rice importers, lahat may problema. Pareho ganito, Mr. Chair. Ang volume ng record sa customs, ibangga mo sa SPSIC, talaga may discrepancy. So, at least nakita natin ito. Ngayon, pupunta tayo doon sa dalawang kumpanya. Kailan mo nabili itong Davao Solar Best Corporation, Mr. Go?
Mga late 90s ata, sir.
Nag-take over ka, 90s lang. Kasi sa records na naman, na-take over mo ito, nasa 2016.
Ay, hindi ho, sir. Matagal na ho yung corporation.
So, nagtataka kasi pumupunta na tayo doon sa punto ng kartel. Itong number 1 kasi ito, ang number 1 ang NANS 2, number 6 itong Davao Solar Best. Pag kinumbine mo sila, halos 10% ng buong importation ng Pilipinas, hawak nila. So, I would like to solicit the comment of the Philippine Competition Commission. PCC, pwede mo ba silipin itong dalawang kumpanya? Yung Davao Solar Best Corporation at saka NANS 2 Agri-Traders, kung meron silang nilabag na law or rule sa PCC.
We will look into it, Mr. Chair. Yes po.
Kailan mo pwede bigay sa committee yung observation nyo or findings nyo dito sa dalawang kumpanya?
We will submit it as soon as we get the information on the two companies po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, PCC. Mr. Go, based on the records, ang binabayaran mo sa isang taon is 1.5 billion pesos na duties and taxes. Is that correct, Mr. Go? O mas malaki pa?
I don't have records with me po, sir.
Per our record, in 2021, in 2022, your two companies paid only 650 million in duties and taxes. In 2021, you paid 1.6 billion pesos in duties and taxes. In 2022, you paid 2 billion pesos. In 2023, it's 2.8 billion pesos. Sa mga binabayaran mo na duties and taxes sa gobyerno, magkano ang kita mo rito? Magkano ba yung profit margin ng dalawang kumpanya mo? Para malaman natin dito sa committee kung magkano ang kinikita ng isang importer, malaking importer kagaya mo, Mr. Go.
A bag? Per bag po?
Yes, please. Or per kilo para
Yeah, per kilo is about 1 peso to 1.5 per kilo.
So,
per kilo, correct.
for every kilogram, 1 kilogram of rice, ano yun? Anong kategory ng bigas na yun yung piso mo na kinikita, Mr. Go? Is it 5%, 25%?
Yung 5%. Yung 5% kasi ang majority ang pinapasok.
So, 1 peso lang.
1 to 150.
150.
Yeah, I just do volume. That's why.
Oh, so yung malaking patong, kasi based sa records dito sa committee, it's around 10 pesos ang pinapatong ng mga ahente from the importation to the retail sale. Oh, so piso lang pala yung sa importer. So sa'yo, dinadaan mo na lang sa volume.
Correct po.
Mr. Go, ito ba, nagbabayad ka ng tamang tax sa BIR?
Yes, sir. Kasi hindi mo naman lahat declared naman, sir.
Oo nga eh. Kasi kung nakakabayad ka ng 2.8 billion sa noong 2023, dapat ang binabayaran mo rin sa BIR, mas malaki dyan. May BIR representative ba dito tayo, Mr. Chair?
PJ? Yes, I think we have. BIR?
Ito kasi, Mr. Chair, inaano ko lang ito para makita natin na ang kinikita pala ng mga importers natin maliit lang. Kasi kung piso lang ang kita, according to Mr. Go, patingnan natin sa BIR kung ang piso na yan deklarado.
Wala. Congressman Sonsing, Attorney Reyes is here from BIR.
Attorney Reyes.
Yes.
Can you review the tax records of two companies, the NANS 2 Agri Traders and Davao Solar Best Corporation?
So, sir, we actually had requested for the records of the all of the rice importers mentioned during the last hearing, and we have recommended to our National Investigation Division to look into the records of all the rice importers. However, as to the specifics, as to the amount, and as to the actual payment made, we cannot divulge it because we are bound by Section 270 of the tax code.
We know that, Attorney Reyes. And we only want that BIR will collect the right taxes from these two corporations.
Actually, sir, we have actually have taken a proactive measure. We actually have requested of all the rice importers that have been mentioned in the previous hearing. We have requested the concerned RDOs for the records and have recommended them to our National Investigation Division for appropriate action.
What is the initial capital of the NANS 2 Agri Traders, Mr. Go, if you may divulge it?
I don't have it with me, sir.
More or less, magkano yung initial capital mo? Kasi sole proprietorship eh. Hindi ka pura
I really don't have any idea, sir. It's not handled by me.
So hindi sa'yo to? Kasi,
No, it's not handled by me. I mean, sa mga
hindi, yung initial mo lang naman eh.
financials.
Kasi you're importing so much rice na yung kung nagbabayad ka ng billion-billion na duties and taxes,
Yeah, my assets billion.
oh yeah,
About 6 billion yata eh.
that's good.
Yeah.
At least covered yung pambili mo ng bigas.
Kasi under the new law, so pinagtatanggalan natin ng powers.
Sa inventory mo ngayon, Mr. Go, how many metric tons kaya ang laman ng warehouse mo?
Sa ngayon,
Hanggang buffering.
konti na lang.
Bakit bumaba yung importation nyo nung
24?
2024? Kasi bigla bumagsak eh, per records.
It's a business decision. I lost money dun sa pagbaba ng... I lost a lot nung pagbaba nung tariff to 15% last July.
Sabi ko hindi makatangkik yung
Oo, kasi ang yung Davao Solar Best at saka NANS 2, 49% ang binagsak ng volume mo from 2023 to 2024. So malaking epekto pala yung pagbagsak ng tariff. Hindi favorable pala sa iyo yun.
Kasi normally kasi pag nag-order ho kami, like for me,
sa salt.
I look at mga 60 days yan eh.
So mali ang
Eh,
protection
dumating na
mo.
yung mga, tapos dumating na yung mga cargos while paying 35% duties, tapos bigla na implement nung July, malaki hong diferensya sa presyo. So naglilo muna ako.
So may epekto pala yung pagbagsak ng tariff. Hindi
Oh,
pala
yes.
lahat favorable sa importers.
Timing lang sir. Yeah, timing.
So, ano kayang pwede mo i-recommend dito sa committee, Mr. Go? Ang presyo na pwede mo sabihin na dapat magiging SRP ng DA sa Davao Region?
I can only speak on behalf for me as an importer.
Yes, so yun sa'yo lang, yung supply mo at saka doon sa market na kontrolado mo, magkano kaya yung pwede sabihin ng DA na presyo?
Kala ko tapos na ako sa rice eh. Vegetable na
Kung sa importer, kung yung 5% brokens, yeah, 40 pesos. 35 to 40 pesos. Mix na ho yan. Not 35, 36. But these coming months, like mga by March, it will go down. Kasi bumaba ang world market price eh. Actually, yung world market price, nag-start na yan, bumaba nung this January lang, or end of December or this January. Because walang bumibili. Kaya bumaba. Then for it to mag-effect yan dito, ma-feel yan ng market, I think the earliest would be second week of, last end of February pa yan. Kasi ngayon, ang Vietnam and all the Asian producing countries, starting January 17, wala na yan silang holiday na sila eh. So even if you order now, sa February 5 na yan sila mag-resume yung February 3. No? So February 5 na yan mag-resume. So dadating yung mga murang binili, mga end of February na yan. That's the earliest. And mag-effect yan sa market, mga March na yun eh. Kasi sa importers, assuming mag-arrive yan ng third week of February, the earliest, ipapasa pa yan eh sa supply chain eh. So it will take time, di ba?
Magkano ang benta mo ngayon sa Davao? 40 pesos?
Yes, yung normal lang, from 36 to 39, 40 pesos po. Sir.
Bakit mas mura Yusek Assist sa Davao kaysa dito sa NCR? To think
Excuse me,
na
sir,
mas malayo ang Port of Davao.
Kasi yung importer, ibebenta ko pa sa wholesaler. And wholesaler, down the line pa po yan until retailers eh. Sir.
So do you have first-hand knowledge kung magkano ang benta ng retailer mo?
I don't know. Because I don't do retail, I only import.
Aminin mo, may parang ano.
Oo nga. According to the records of Congresswoman Garin, mga 47 pesos ang benta ng retailer mo.
Correct po yan, sir. Mga ganyan.
So, with that, Mr. Chair, balik na lang tayo doon sa problema na mayroong discrepancy sa records ng Customs at saka BPI. Ito lang ang tingnan natin kung bakit nagkaroon ng kalaking diferensya. Kung meron man recycling ng SPSIC na yan, at least ma-cure natin yan. Kasi ang problema niyan, nasa customs na yan. At least nakikita natin na talaga may discrepancy. Ngayon, please submit to this committee yung breakdown na. Kasi ikaw rin to Director Panganiban, kayo rin nag-submit nito sa amin eh. Yes, Asik Jet.
Mr. Chair, so that just to speed up this issue, no, I was informed by the assessment division that during the times that Director Panganiban was talking about, when he was not yet the BPI, and the 7 days period for ARTA for automatic approval was being implemented, there were no SPSIC being issued by BPI. They issue what they call a commodity clearance lang po. So ewan ko po kung kasama yon sa record na nandun. Hindi po nila ina-approve yung SPSIC, Mr. Chair. Ang ginagawa nila, deemed approved after 7 days, ipaparelease nila sa amin using what they call a commodity clearance coming from BPI. I think it stopped during the time of Director Glenn Panganiban, to his credit. That's why, nung panahon ho niya, medyo dumiretso yung figures namin. But I'm not again sure, Mr. Chair. I might be driving at the wrong, but just a point to consider also. Thank you, sir.
Ano na lang, Director Panganiban, Mr. Chair, tingnan mo na lang ang records mo. Lahat ng mga kung walang SPSIC na binigay kayo, kung ano man papel na binigay nyo, para lang i-compare natin. Kasi ang laki ng discrepancy. Kailangan mo sa isang 2022 lang 299,000 metric tons. Parang imposible na ganun eh.
Sir, we will submit po.
Oo. Thank you. Jet, ganun na rin. Verify mo lang ito para sa consumption ng super committee.
Yes, sir. Will do, sir.
Oo. Yung PCC, pakisilip na rin.
Jet, pikag ka naman I think we just subject Mr. to pikag.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.